All right, so staying with crypto, let's move into something else that's like crypto news, which is pretty interesting. So, and to do with the SEC as well. The SEC has been going wild this week, right? So, the SEC has charged several celebrities, including Jake Paul and Lindsay Lohan, in a crypto scam. So there's a BBC article here, Dom, you can put up on screen. And it revolves around this guy, Justin Sun, who I guess he's from China. I think he's based in Singapore, perhaps. But basically, he has been charged with a load of securities violations in connection with his TRX and BTT cryptocurrencies. So sale of unregulated securities, and then also in the case of TRX, market manipulation. Okay, so he's kind of like the main culprit in this. But in the SEC's filing or press release, they named 8 celebrities. And you can pull this one up as well, the actual filing from the SEC. So there's 8 celebrities if you scroll down. Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul are the first 2. Soldier Boy, I'm sure some people know who that is. Little Yachty, and Akon. Those are the sort of the more well-known names. There's a few others. But yeah, they're all charged in this. And actually, some of them have already settled with the SEC. And I'm going to show you. So basically, what happened was these 8 celebrities, Justin Sun basically paid them to tweet about his cryptocurrencies. And they all put up a load of tweets, or one tweet each, I guess, within a few hours or within a day of each other. And every single one of these tweets was retweeted by Justin Sun in an attempt to create a sort of false buzz of celebrity interest in his cryptocurrencies, okay, to pump the price. All right, classic, allegedly, it sounds like a classic sort of pump and dump scheme. And I can actually show you the tweets from Lindsay Lohan and from Jake Paul, and I can tell you how much they've paid for them and how much money they have paid to settle with the SEC for the charges. So this really is another case of dirty money. So do check this out, right? So exploring DeFi, decentralized finance, already liking JST, SUN. Okay, that's Justin Sun. On TRX. Okay, so that's the name of the token. Super fast and $0 fee. Good job, Justin Suntron. That's his Twitter handle. All right. So how does Lindsay Lohan know about this stuff, right? You think she wrote that herself? I don't know. I'm not so sure. I don't think so. Allegedly, the tweets were written for them. And I can tell you exactly what happened. So she was paid $10,000 for that tweet. I think she had about 8 million Twitter followers at the time. And this is what it says in the judgment of her. So the respondent shall pay a disgorgement. Disgorgement means basically you forfeit the money you earned if you engaged in illegal activities. So she forfeits the $10,000, then interest of $670, and a civil money penalty of $30,000. She has to pay to the Securities and Exchange Commission. So she has to pay $40,670 as a punishment for that, and in a settlement with the SEC. And we can now pull up Jake's tweet for you as well, Jake Paul. So his is a little different.
This guy's been getting hammered everywhere on the crypto world.
He has both the Paul brothers, man. Like so this one, he actually he retweeted a tweet from someone else. I think it was who was it? It was Little Yachty. But then Little Yachty more recently deleted that tweet, so you can't actually see it. But yeah, he was also promoting the TRX token. And he was actually paid $25,019 for this tweet. He was paid in crypto. I guess that's why the price was $25,019 because of the fluctuations. All right. So basically 25,000. And so he, in the judgment, the settlement with the SEC. So yeah, Jake Paul, he had to pay $25,000 as a disgorgement to settle, to give the money back because he partook in illegal activity, which he was paid for. Then $1,811 in interest, and also a civil penalty of $75,057. So he's basically had to pay over $100,000 to settle this with the SEC.
4x.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly 4 times what he earned. And actually, in total, the celebrities who've settled so far have paid collectively over $400,000 to settle this complaint with the SEC.
Where does this money go?
Well, it goes to the SEC. It's a fine. Maybe
So where does the SEC disperse this funding? Do they build new websites for $20 million, or
I guess it just goes into the pool. I mean, that's a good question beyond the scope of the research I've done for this video, but it's not. I don't think it's going to the victims. This isn't a class action lawsuit or anything like that. This is
exactly
settlement. Yeah.
So I'm curious how that all comes together. Like, hey, we're going to use this money. You got to pay back what you earned, plus you're going to get some civility clause payment of an additional $75K.
Maybe the SEC just YOLOs it all on like Dogecoin or something.
Yeah, there you go. Smart. No.
Yeah, and the takeaways from this as well is that Jake Paul and his brother Logan, probably they should be very scared right now, because both of them have promoted a load of these scam cryptos, including Logan Paul's own CryptoZoo NFT scam, and also his Dink Doink coin, which was the most ridiculous crypto ever. So basically, for the last 2 or 3 years, they have been constantly promoting crypto scams. And I think this is just the start of, probably a lot of fines that both of them are going to have to pay for all this scam crypto stuff they've promoted.
When do they remove their citizenship to the United States and end up in like?
Well, they moved to Puerto Rico. Did you know that?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first thought, is when do they go to Puerto Rico, and then when do they leave Puerto Rico and realize that there's not so much of a haven there?
Yeah, I mean, they just bought a $13 million mansion in Puerto Rico that actually looks really nice. You could find, Dom, you can search Logan Paul or Paul Brothers Puerto Rico mansion. There's some photos of it. It looks really beautiful. But obviously, like, the reason they've moved to Puerto Rico is to avoid taxes, because you don't have to pay federal income tax if you live in Puerto Rico. And that makes sense if they're getting fined, because, let's say you're paying a 30% or 40% tax in California. Actually, no, in California, with the amount they earn, they're probably paying 50% tax.
Yeah.
So yeah, the top left photo, that's it. That's the new mansion they've bought. You can click in and have a look at that link. There's some really nice, it looks really beautiful. Like, there's a lot of really nice photos of it and stuff from the listing. I think they just, probably just scroll down that, oh, there's Logan Paul with his shirt off, but scroll down. Yeah, so it looks really beautiful. But anyway, obviously the reason they're living there is to avoid taxes, and that should hopefully help them with all these fines that they're going to have to pay for all their crypto scams. But yeah, you're right. They could just up and leave sometime in the future. Who knows?
I mean, well, you don't have, financially, it's a good place, but when it starts coming to criminal actions, and anybody decides to take action against them for criminal things, if the SEC starts to investigate them a little bit more, then where do they go? Are they going to Brazil, or are they going to Nicaragua, where they don't have to actually respond to any of that stuff, because it's out of their jurisdiction. They're not going to fight you for it. Yeah. So it's interesting to think about. I mean, Puerto Rico completely makes sense. I think half the wealthy crypto world in America that made their money over the last 3 years is now living in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, true. Definitely.